is AI the death of white collar work?
No, not at all. That's like saying, back in 1995, I had this conversation with the head of HBO at the time, where he said, let me understand. So this internet thing allows you to send text message and potentially even voice messages over our Ethernet cables, over our internet cables. And I said, yes. And he said, that's crazy. The phone companies will never allow that. That'll put all the phone companies out of business, and they're huge and lobbyists in Congress. They will never allow that. And of course, now the phone companies are bigger than ever. If you can't beat them, join them. They control the internet now. And you go back to every technological innovation, it never resulted in a net decline in jobs. Okay, look at something as simple as ATM machines. Everyone thought banks won't need branches anymore. Bank tellers, there won't be any bank tellers anymore. It's all going to be the ATM machine. Well, guess what? ATMs increased profits so much at the banks. They started new services that their tellers and bankers do, and there's more branches than ever right now for banks. So AI is the same thing. Think of AI as an assistant. Don't think of it as a replacement for you. Think of it as an assistant to you, which allows certain people or many people to be much more productive. Now, in order to fully use AI, we're going to have to start new companies that really make use of the nuances of AI, and that's going to create new employees, new jobs. There's already a job called prompt engineer. 6 months ago, if you said, "Oh, I'm going to be a prompt engineer," what does that even mean? Those two words have never been used together before in history. Now it's like, oh, we need 6 prompt engineers. There are exchanges now where people buy and sell prompts for different things. Like suddenly these new industries are popping up. And honestly, we're not even in inning 1 of this version of AI. So I think more jobs are going to be created. People are going to be more productive though. So a logo designer is not going to compete with Midjourney to make logos. Now though, a logo designer, instead of making 1 logo a week, is going to make 10 logos a week, 10 album covers a week. I spoke to the CEO of freelancer.com. They have about 60 million freelancers on there. He said, since the AI thing started, we've spiked in the number of freelancers, and they're just doing more jobs. Like more money is being transacted because everyone's more productive.
Well, yeah, and I think that's really what we're trying to accomplish here is that productivity. Stop doing the things you hate so you can focus on the things you love, the things you're great at. But at the same time, like, it makes me nervous because the scale everything is happening so fast. Like, I feel like in 10 years, the world's going to be completely unrecognizable. But what I'm trying to do is stay atop of it, right? Like you said, you're not going to be replaced by AI. You're going to be replaced by somebody that's using AI. So I think my question to you, James, you've been in the industry a hot minute. You founded 20 companies. How are you using AI? What are you doing to stay on top of this curve?
I'm not using it as much as you would think. Here's how I would use it in different parts of my career. So for a while, I worked heavily in kind of the news industry. Back in 2007, I sold a company to TheStreet.com, which was in the financial news business. And if I was running that company right now, I would essentially more or less fire almost all of the journalists and have AI summarize. And AI is not ready to do this yet, but it will be within a couple of months or a year or whatever. I would have AI summarize every news event that's happening and I would prompt engineer so the articles would be, pretty good. And AI does know more than the average human about anything you would ask it. And it's pretty good at summarizing events. And I would use that to create all the articles. So, and maybe 5 times as many articles as the human flesh and blood reporters were doing. So that industry will change. Being a reporter, reporting about your local city council, that is going to go away. But there might be more room for curated opinion from humans because AI's opinion is worthless. So, but humans have opinions. Humans have intelligent, rational thinking to develop their opinions. And quite honestly, we need good curated opinion making on both sides or in the middle.